Heading into the channel at North Sound, Grand Cayman, and that's Frank's buddy Nat from In-Depth Water Sports up ahead, just showing us the way to make sure we don't go aground. Getting a bit iffy. The depth was 3 feet as we made the turn, but just trusting Nat over there. Yeah, we're about to enter the channel that goes up to where the yacht club is. It's going to be quite a tight squeeze, but we know that a Nordhaven 68 has been up here, so if they can do it, we can do it. There's Carraway in the channel coming towards the Cayman Islands Yacht Club.
This is Camana Bay in Grand Cayman, Georgetown. Shopping center, office block, restaurants, quite a very well put together place. There's the Admiral coming down in front of the murals. Quite an amazing place. The mosaic. We took the dinghy exploring all of the canals coming out of Governor's Harbour and looked at some of the many houses that are there. Continuing our exploring, we then went over to Governor's Beach and explored the reef that is just offshore. It's a little more bleached than when I remember it from the past.
Ten ships wrecked on the reef out here. Imagine sailing all the way out here to Cayman and then crashing within half a mile of land. Here's a propeller of a boat a little bit bigger than ours. Here you can see Frank, it dwarfs him. Imagine this thing spinning out. Yeah, the reef is much closer. The water's not great. There's so much sargasso and it stinks like hell. Okay, he's obviously unplugged it because it's gone black again.
One thing about Grand Cayman is it's a great place to stock up. It's got a lot of things, but they are expensive, but at least we can get what we want for our
And we gotta eat.
passage. Yeah, but we've got a lot of stuff from the States. We don't, yeah. Out of Cayman was pretty simple. We went down to the Port Authority where immigration and customs were and checked out.
Just about to leave to go on passage, and here I am. I'm going to just throw in a loaf of bread. Maybe it'll work out, maybe not. At the same time, I'm making breakfast for the captain. and it's time to do engine checks. I get to check the wing engine, which is just over behind me. I have to check the coolant in here, and then I have to check, I don't know how to show you, for leaks down there, and I have to check the oil and the belts and just make sure everything looks good. Here we are leaving Barcadia Marina. It's a bit of a zigzag. 20 feet. Last obstacle, almost there. It's quite windy. There are channel markers up there. I think they're quite hard to see from here. But that's it. We're basically out. Okay. Taking over command inside the pilot house. And that's it. Farewell, Cayman. We came, we saw, we're leaving.
So outside is Grand Cayman, which we left about an hour ago. We're just going round the island to head south to Panama. Everything's pretty good. You see down here, doing 9.4 knots. We got following seas pushing us along. So now Admiral Leslie is going to put the cover on the dinghy while we've got a moment of nice following seas. Lovely conditions out here, if not a little hot. Cayman flag coming down. Albeit a few hours after we've already left.
It's evening time at the end of day one. We left this morning at about 10:30 from Grand Cayman, and we're on our way to Panama. Day one of 3, and initially the conditions were confused, then they were not great. And I went and took my seasickness tablet, and now we have a steady swell of about 4 feet, but they are far apart, so undulating, should I say?
Undulating, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a fair reflection. I mean, at 4 to 5, we have a few dips. We're not rolling. The stabilizers are doing great. The wind's dropped a bit. It's going to be about 12 knots overnight. But basically, it's a reasonable ride. We're not slamming or anything.
Yeah, not slamming. No glasses are clashing. Things aren't sliding around all over.
Clinking. We started off with a good speed. Now we're only doing about 7 knots, which is disappointing. I think we've got a counter current against us at some point. No traffic to speak of. Well, not to speak of, no traffic at all.
Just no traffic.
And sunset shortly.
That's 25 hours at sea now. The waves are a bit unpredictable, and every now and again there's a biggie, but it's not uncomfortable. So this is evening of the second night. I think he's just fishing, but Frank says he can't hear us. So hopefully he can't go fast enough to catch us. It's evening on our third night at sea. The seas during the day were pretty rough. I would say 6-7 feet swells. It's much better now. I would say 3 feet. And I don't know if it's just the angle, but we seem to be riding much better. It's almost sunrise time on the fourth day, and we should arrive in about 7 or 8 hours in Bocas. Picked up a few passengers. So time to hoist the flags. The Q flag is up already. And here's the Panama flag going up. We only got this huge big flag. We don't have a little normal size Q flag. We're arriving in Bocas Del Toro. The swell is still quite big, but we had a set of about 20 something degrees, which has come down now to just a few degrees from starboard side. So the current is lessened, and hopefully the swell, which is about 3 feet, 4 feet at the moment, will also diminish as we get closer. We're going to go through the gap over there.
This is the approach to Bocas del Toro with Isla Colon on the starboard side and Isla Bastimentos on the port side. You can see the surf breaking, which makes it very popular with surfers who come here.
Yeah.
So, and this one is for what?
First time here?
See, first time.
Bocas, yeah. Origin. Do you mean Cayman or?
Isla Cayman.
Eh, sundan mo na yung taxi pa. Payama pa, kaya nga wala tuluman. Para aeropuerto. De una vez, por el bus.
Finished the immigration at the airport. Now we're in our taxi to go back to where we get the ferry to the boat. or taxi, water taxi to the boat. And check the upholstery out. Yeah, we're sitting on the launcher. We finished with immigration with Janelle at immigration, and now we're getting. Okay, so now we're on the bar to go back to Kariwa. Okay, cut.
This is where we have just been to apply for our cruising permit, which will be 1 year cruising Panamanian waters. Looking forward to coming back and getting that in a week's time maybe. That's all, folks. We've made the journey down from West Palm Beach to Bocas Del Toro, stopping off in Dry Tortugas and Grand Cayman. And we've had mostly great weather, some testing weather, but we were never in any danger of any sort. After all, we have a Nordhaven 62. See you next time.